Hey everybody, it's B Diz the Rockstar, part of Super Obvious.
And Luna Mist.
And in this video, we're talking about the John Wick spin-off, Ballerina. Let's go. Alright, so Luna Mist, I know you have not seen any of the previous John Wick movies. There's been a few of them before this point. So, in general, without spoiling it yet, how did you feel about this movie? You're big on story, characters, action, emotion. In general, how did you feel about watching this movie?
Felt good. It was action-packed. The story wasn't too deep, but it still had you feeling and interested. It captured your interest. At least for me, it did. So I was pretty excited. I like it.
So this movie is a spin-off, and it's based off our main character, Eve, who sees her dad expired during the opening act. The guy seems very well trained. He took out a whole bunch of trained guys that were basically doing a home invasion. Eve was stashed between the walls to basically see her dad captured and
given a choice.
Yeah, that's what dude called it. Yeah, a choice.
The Chancellor.
And we see him get taken out. We get to the actual movie after that first act. So Eve is basically taken into this, you would call it a training program, I guess, of some sort, where she's basically trained in hand-to-hand combat, weapons, all kind of stuff.
Like John Wick.
Like John Wick.
So we see her struggling to really get this training down. Like she's got a roadblock or something. But one of the main teachers in this organization shares this piece of wisdom with her, and it's like something clicks in her brain, and all of a sudden she's able to take down the biggest guy that she's training against. She's able to survive, what is it called? The paintball things?
Yeah, she has to do
those
some kind
challenges.
She has to do a training where she's basically protecting someone and trying to escort them out of a certain area. And at first, she's not doing super great at it.
Yeah, they keep tagging her.
Yeah.
But when her switch flips and everything's going right, it's like bam, 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 bam. She's awesome at everything all of a sudden. And so she goes to the director, the head honcho, the mother of this group, and says, I'm ready. Put me out there. So she has another test, which is interesting. But she passes. Spoiler.
Yeah, it was like some girl gets put down into this dungeon with her, and it's like a competition of who can put a gun together and shoot a bullet first. But a second before that, she's like, well, bitch, I'm you in 10 fucking years. And Eve shoots her and kills her.
You said the word.
Eve unalives her.
But then you see Eve doing different missions. Time keeps going, and
the first mission is in this club that's basically ice.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
The whole floor is ice, and the music is really cool. It kind of gives me Blade vibes from back in the day, that techno-y style. So her mission is to take this girl away from this guy,
protect her
when there's goons, thugs, enemies everywhere. Now obviously we can't just talk about it forever, but all the fight sequences are really cool. There's a lot of gunshots and weapons and slams and strikes, and it's a really cool first big fight scene of this movie that's under John Wick's name, which is really cool, right? So The first fight scene, did you like it? Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it was good. Very adventurous.
And then after that, we do a jump, or was it?
I don't remember the time jump exactly.
So after this, there's a time jump, and it shows Eve on another bounty mission thing where you can tell she's evolved more, and she's more comfortable in her skills and what she's doing. She cashes in a $750,000 bounty.
Yeah.
And so basically when it starts the scene, she's already killed everybody. She's already unalived everybody. And she's basically on her way out, taking the knives out of people, and she's almost barely had a scratch on her. I mean, she's like barely injured, considered how she's taken out like so many people. She comes out the elevator. She pretends to be scared that she was stuck in it to play it off when security is kind of like there. She goes to the alleyway. We see a truck upside down. No big deal. Car crash into the one guy into the wall. No big deal. She tries to drive away, and a big ass truck just like rams her all the way back to the original camera angle. Huge shootout, really graphic fight scene, and then she sees the X on that one guy's wrist that like lets her know like, hey, these people could be involved in a person that
Unalived her father.
Unalived my father, yeah.
And so she takes that hand, literally the hand, to the director and is like, you know who these people are? Because the whole reason she went through this program was because she wanted revenge for her father. The director's all, well, we have an agreement with these people and, you know, we don't mess with each other, basically. But of course Eve don't like that, so she goes kind of rogue and starts doing her own thing. She finds out one of their people is in this hotel. This guy's name is Pine, played by Norman Reedus.
Which you might know as Daryl from Walking Dead.
She finds him, and like those people are literally everywhere in this hotel where he's at.
They're like in the lobby just waiting to get the right information about like the bounties.
Because in these hotels they're protected, and if they break rules in these hotels by unaliving other people, they get unalived themselves. It's a whole thing. So of course Pine, Norman Reedus, he has a bounty on his head, and they're trying to take his daughter from him, and Eve kind of helps him out.
Before that, the bounty was originally $2 million, but once Eve gets involved, it doubles up to $4 million.
Oh yeah, and then everyone's like, "Oh snap!"
That's when everybody in the lobby gets up and they try to find the room that he's in. So it gets like pretty real, pretty quick.
Long story short, you see Norman go down. She tries to still save the kid, but she gets hit in the head. The kid's captured by these people, and she was left with hotel security. And hotel security had her and a couple others lined up, and she's like, yo, I didn't break any rules. But the other two, they had broken rules, so they got unalived real quick.
So at this point, we're basically, honestly, almost getting towards the third act of the movie.
She finds this guy named Frank in this weapon place, and
that completely gets destroyed super quick as soon as she's there. He's trying to hook her up with a bunch of good weapons, and they basically get ambushed. Yeah,
the cult people, they come after her, and everything goes crazy. She's like throwing grenades here, there, and everywhere, and it's like a maze through this place, this shop that's like got multiple levels and multiple rooms, and it's wild. It's absolutely wild. But she's like super creative in how she takes care of everybody. And
one of my best parts right here was when she's already throwing flashbangs and throwing grenades. When she throws the grenade and tucks the dude in behind a door, and then that shit explodes.
Yeah. That was crazy.
All right, so what we didn't talk about earlier was when she was about to leave the camp, she actually sees John Wick and talks to him for a little bit.
Oh yeah, that was towards the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, and she explains how she wants to kind of like leave.
And she asked him how to get out, and he's like, the door's open.
He's like, hey, you can just like leave. So they talked for a little bit towards like the end of the first act for like a minute. So going back to the big shootout at Frank's like gun shop.
Yeah, he's basically pissed. So he's like, you know what? You didn't hear this from me, but here's a map. This is where they're at. Go take them out. So she gets a car from Frank and goes up the mountains to take out this crew because she wants revenge for her father. And the action just escalates even further from there. The leader of these people is the Chancellor. He's the one who basically ordered her dad to be gone. And there's, of course, a bunch of fighting because that's this whole movie. It's a bunch of fighting. But he
contacts the mother, and they're going back and forth about how it could be potential war, and then the mother's trying to play it off. And after talking back and forth, they try to have a solution to make war not happen.
Right.
And the solution is John Wick.
Yeah, because he's ticked. He thinks that the director sent Eve to take out his people. And the director's like, yo, she's rogue. I got no control over her. But here, let me send my guy, my best guy, and
everybody's
it'll be taken care of.
Everybody's washing their hands, not taking accountability.
Yeah. So he's like, all right, you have until this time, and then I'm taking care of the problem, and it's going to be war. So Keanu Reeves comes and tries to take Eve out. I know. John Wick, Keanu Reeves. They're the same person. Not really. Keanu Reeves is super awesome in real life.
So when
John Wick's cool.
So like Eve is basically still working on trying to like do her like invasion revenge plan for this final act, but then John Wick shows up.
So the Chancellor guy figures out who Eve is and tells this woman, the woman who helped capture the little girl from Norman Reedus' character Pine. Her name's Lena. He tells her, yo, so that's your sister. And so Lena and Eve, they have a little chat. And Eve's just like, you know, I don't know who the hell you are, basically. But Lena's like, I missed you, blah, blah, blah. And it's really touching and sad. And then things start exploding again.
And it gets cut so short because the sister basically dies right after we realize that she is the sister of Eve.
It's so sad. And like as she's dying, she's like, I missed you. It was really sad. Well, it just pisses Eve off even more. And she goes on a rampage. Kills some dudes with ice skates. Unalives some dudes with ice skates. She finds a flamethrower.
Now, the scene with the flamethrower with going against...
Dex.
Yeah, so they have this big flamethrower battle, which I feel like movie or TV show I've never seen before. Like the kind of flamethrowers they had. So Eve is burning so many people with this flamethrower and doing a back and forth with Dex. She has like the flame resistant like coat on. So that's pretty cool. And she also has like a pistol. So she's like kind of shooting people and flame throwing them. That's cool.
And during all of this, she's like on the clock. She basically has 30 minutes to get to the Chancellor and take him out before John Wick is going to take her out. And that's like, they have a little fight and he doesn't kill her when he's supposed to. And he basically gives her a chance to do what she needs to do.
He could have definitely taken her out a few times when they had their fight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He had her made several times. But I think he understands because, I mean, I've not seen it, but I know his story is revenge for his dog. And so he gets why she's doing this, revenge for her father. And he's like trying to help where he can.
So I guess we can get right to the part where we have Eve talking to...
the Chancellor?
When she's talking to the Chancellor and... something happened that I did not think was going to happen. And that's when he's trying to like warn her or scare her that if she basically doesn't like cooperate, all these bad things are going to happen. And then she does something to him.
She unalives him. Real quick. No hesitation. Just gone.
She unalives him in the face.
Yep. And then she rescues the little girl and takes her back to her dad. The end of the movie, basically, it seems she's ostracized basically from the group she was with, and it ends with a big ass bounty on her head. Like, how much was that bounty? It was like 5 million or something like that.
It was a huge number.
Or 500 million. It was insane. I was like,
yeah, because
wow.
I kind of took it as like what Eve did was, especially when the mother was warning her,
Mm-hmm.
and even though Chancellor is dead, which is like one of the other like groups of people, it's like that left it open for a part 2 of this like side storyline within the John Wick universe. I kind of viewed it, like I told you earlier, it was like, it's like with the new Saw movie being between the first one and the second one, because spoilers, at the most recent John Wick movie, he dies.
Oh yeah, I think I watched that with you.
You partially saw it. But yeah, he dies. So this movie was supposed to be between a third and fourth John Wick movie. So they could do it. There's a story of a video game about John Wick. There's also a cartoon, an animated show about John Wick. So they're making this like really big. So there's so many ways they can have him. Yeah, there's a lot of different options, which is kind of cool if you like John Wick. To me, John Wick is just super crazy action, over the top, violent, crazy fighting and stuff. And like you said, the story is pretty, it's okay for what it is, but just the action is just, it almost can't be more jam-packed than what it is.
Yeah, it's a real simple storyline that you've seen a million times, but like I said, the fact that they can make you feel so much with such a simple storyline and it be primarily action-packed, I feel like that's really good. That's good directing.
Yeah, these movies are crazy. But yeah, man, it's B Diz, the rock star, part of Super Obvious.
And Luna Mist.
And we will see you guys in the next video. Subscribe.
Like. Share. Bye.
There it is.